were driven by the community. But again, we could not have had these open discussions about this issue, about how to collect this, if we didn't have a solid relationship where there was openness and trust, where we could talk about the fact that we needed a different approach. The community-based researchers were the ones who actually led the data collection. And many of you might be thinking there could be issues within that. Of course there could be. We looked at how to train the community-based researchers so that they were very familiar with the research process around informed consent, working with people within their community, how do they maintain anonymity, confidentiality, and also in our dialogue, the community-based researchers brought up the issue for themselves around safety, because this is a terribly delicate issue. Some people were happy that it was being discussed, some people weren't. And as community members walking the streets, approaching different people in different locations, collecting information in a questionnaire around family violence, brought up these issues of safety for the researchers, and also led to role conflict for them. They're a community member, but they're also wearing a researcher hat. And so again, we had to look at how do we created actually a debrief session for them every night. Those researchers met back together to say, here's what I encountered at the end of the day, here's how I dealt with it, here's how I didn't deal with it very well, and the group came together to develop a strategy for the next day. So everybody was on the same page. It was a rigorous process, but a representative process and respectful process around a sensitive issue that was very important to them to address, that we needed to look at developing a different way of collecting the data.